Things that are
Why are you emotional?
if it rains, come on. She's like 5 years older than me. Like, why am I always fighting you? Like, just stop. You sing a handbag.
Back is
like, Phindz, wow.
wow, I'm still talking. You know, we live together. We do so many.
We're married.
We're not married.
Whoop, bap, whoop, bap.
Sanmanani.
Hi guys.
Welcome back.
Welcome.
Thank you so much for the love.
Like, you guys are superstars.
The support.
The subscriptions, the
Oh,
likes,
my
the
goodness.
comments, the everything. Siyabonga, guys.
Thank you.
Siyabonga.
We love you. Thank you so much. We are trying to build such a amazing, fun, positive community. So please subscribe below and follow us on all of our social platforms. Which will be here down
And
below.
share it with your friends. Share it with people. You never know who's gonna like watching this.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. And with that being said, today we're introducing our very new segment, Big Sister Talks. This segment is going to be all about giving advice and holding a safe space as well-intentioned big sisters.
Yes, as your big sisters, we know that there's a lot that you're gonna go through.
Yes.
Whether you're a guy or a girl, it's
Yes,
fine. Some of these things are all the same. So sit down and listen as your big sisters give you some good advice.
Absolutely. And with our first episode, we are going to be covering fostering healthy relationships, but more specifically, sibling rivalry.
We laugh now, but hey, it's been a journey.
It
been a long
has.
journey
It
for
has.
us.
And let's give a background.
Yeah. So we're sisters, if you guys didn't know.
Blood sisters, same mom, same dad.
Yeah, and maybe unpopular belief or what people don't know is that Sam was actually older.
Yes, I am.
Yeah, she's like 5 years older than me. No, we're 18 months apart. We're 18 months apart. And you can just imagine, maybe that's where most of our sibling rivalry
I think
comes
so. I think so. Which is funny. I think there's a juxtaposition. When we were in deep enemies, if I can call it that, the 18 months apart was a huge source of that. But now that we're close, it's like, also such a positive.
Because we just go through the same things at the same time. So
we
it's
call
like,
each other like twins. We're like twins.
Where have you been?
Nobody knows me. Okay, period.
But yeah,
yes,
it wasn't always sunshine and roses.
No.
I think it started when we were growing up.
Yes.
Yeah, because Oma growing up, I don't know why. Maybe
Raised
something that
us
she raised
like
us
twins.
like twins. Like we used to wear the same things,
We
get the
did.
same haircuts.
Yes.
Even in introducing ourselves to people, we'll be like, "Yeah, we're twins."
Yeah, 100%. Samuel.
Oh, lies, lies, lies. And everywhere is lies.
So growing up knowing that, you're just like, yeah, this is us to the world. But then Jiggy Usam goes to school.
I had my first day at grade 1, and where's my twin?
Guess who's not there?
Back at home.
Yes.
So I got confusion, and I said, what is my
What
twin?
is happening? Me,
Yes.
I'm at home. Like, am I slow?
Yes,
Is
lo
that-
and behold,
do I
below
not
and
know?
hold. We're not twins.
We're not twins. We are siblings.
My Shayla. My Shayla.
But yeah, so ever since then, I guess that gap just grew more.
Yes,
and
we
more
weren't
and
seeing
more.
each other as often. We went to separate grades.
And then we started
Just-
developing different personalities, like growing into our own as individuals.
Absolutely.
And when we tried to come together, it was a clash of the titans.
Clash of the Titans.
was bad.
It was giving World War 25. Okay. And with that, some of the things that we picked up that caused the sibling rivalry, the first one was just pure pettiness.
Yeah.
Honestly, we were just petty, like petty fights,
Yes.
bickering, just nonsensical.
Petty LaBelle.
Yeah.
P-E to the T-T-Y because
We're
like,
petty.
Yeah,
We
we
were
were petty. Like the tiniest things
The
will set the
tiniest.
other person off, and then it will just be tick for tack,
Yes.
tick for tack, tick for tack.
Here's a good example. So back in the day, we will, let's say I started singing a song in the house,
Okay,
you know,
okay.
Webudi, Webudi, Why iculo lami?
Iculo lakho.
Iculo lami.
Iculo mafika
Iculo lami. Mina ngiculo. Uyaculo lami. Wema.
Stop it. Get some help.
What is wrong with you?
What is wrong
What
with
is
us?
wrong with you?
First of all, that was a popular song.
Uh-oh.
It does not belong to anyone.
No.
And why was we getting triggered by the other person singing the song?
It's weird. And it was in
Everything.
Like the smallest
Everything.
thing.
I like purple. Well, I like purple
Well,
first.
I like purple first. You can't take my purple because
Oh,
purple is not
my
mine. Who told you can take purple?
Looking back, I'm like, why?
It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't.
And plus, but we were kids.
We
you know?
were kids.
And we're not
kids.
gonna sit there and act like
all mature when we
adults.
weren't.
Okay,
I
you
mean,
can take purple. I will take. There's no compromise.
No.
I am right and you are wrong.
No. And what's the next thing then?
The next one was just being so different. Like our personalities were developing into very individual people that, it would take a lot for us to see eye to eye.
Yes, to bridge the gap. You know, it was giving the continents were not meeting.
Yes,
They were,
yes.
Okay. And with that personality difference, we did a video called Sibling Tag or Awesome Tag.
Actually, yeah.
And in that video, you kind of see some of our differences.
Yeah, like I'm very authoritative. I'm very on the logical side. Like I'm far removed from like some emotions where I'm like, okay, let's relax. Stuff like that.
And me, I'm more, dramatic, sensitive, So those two people are like opposites.
Yeah.
And it showed
Like,
in our relationship.
Exactly. Like not to say I was rude, but I would say things in such a straightforward manner.
That is an old her.
Yes.
She has repented.
I'm reformed.
Okay? No, she was rude and I was overly sensitive. And that's the
So
fact.
imagine somebody who's like I'm a straight talker, and then somebody who's just like the world is against me.
Yes,
So
I'm a kanda, I'm egg.
I'm carrying a hammer.
Yes.
So this egg is gonna shatter.
No, absolutely.
Every single time. It's like, what would be a good example? It's like if someone's trying on a dress and then she's like, does this dress look good on me? Me, I'm there like, no, it's ugly. Oh, it's ugly.
This is what I heard. Okay, it's
You're fat, take it off, burn it, and never wear it again.
Exactly.
girl.
And even on my
Stop
side,
the dramatics. That's not what she said.
That's not what I thought too. Because on my side, I'm
Yes.
just like, oh, it doesn't look good on her. Probably there's another dress that looks better. But all I just said was, no, it's ugly.
Yeah.
So it's like, why are you hurt by the truth? But also, like, why are you bullying me?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
Why are you being rude?
So, I with that background, you can see that we really were on just opposite sides of the planet, which felt like the universe at the time. With that said, these are some 5 key takeaways that we practiced in our relationship to make it stronger and exactly better. Heal. Yes.
So the first one was acknowledge the past, which is recognize hurtful words, actions, or feelings that have been said or done to each other.
100%.
That was the first thing that we had to say. And this actually happened like in 2010.
Yes, the summer of 2010, we had an actual sit down, not prompted by anyone, and we were like, we need to call
we
it
need a
truce.
timeout. Like, Sikatele.
Yes.
Like, why am I always fighting you? Like, can you just stop?
Today drained.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Today drained me.
It was giving, these years have drained me.
It was too much.
It was too much.
But like, it's
Why are we enemies?
Yeah.
Like,
people, we're supposed to be
Treaty of
having fun.
Versailles, what's
Hey.
going on?
Okay. So we had to just sit down and be honest with ourselves.
Yes.
We don't like each other. We have said very mean things.
We've done horrible
things to each other.
Yes.
So accepting that and saying you did this and I
Yes.
did this
And
we
not
are
making
both
excuses.
Exactly. We
Yes.
are both
taking
equal accountability of the state of the
100%.
relationship.
100%.
So that really opened us up to now, okay, I guess what do we do from here?
Yes,
You know?
and I feel this one is so important as the first point because it shows that each party is equally invested
Exactly.
in bridging the gap and also building the relationship.
Yeah, it's like probably most of you know, it's hard to, I guess, fight with somebody who's not willing to get into the ring with you. Like
That's good.
That's
good. That's very
no,
good.
because like if you want to fix something, but then the other person doesn't want, you're gonna feel like you're doing all the work. You're gonna do the change for one person, but you need change on the two
and most of the
involved.
time the bridging is you're changing yourself. So as you're changing, they too must be equally committed to changing. So
otherwise
it takes two to tango. So do that, acknowledge the past. 100%. Number 2, practice empathy. Understand your siblings' perspective and put yourself in their shoes.
Exactly. That is a big one.
Ooh.
Especially for like people like us who we know we have different personalities and different like ways of thinking. Because I'm there like, why are you always so touched by what I'm saying? She's like, but like, it sounds like this. I'm like, why would I? What as your sibling?
Exactly.
Why would I go out of my way to
And
believe?
even my side, my thinking at that time, I'm like, as my sibling, why are you so unkind to me?
Why do you just want to tear me down?
What more do you want from me?
Exactly.
So it was sitting and listening attentively and trying to understand, asking open-ended questions to be like, so when I said this is ugly, you actually thought I was saying you're ugly? And you're fat? It's like,
that's
oh my
so
goodness. Like,
important.
and now I'm getting to understand your train of thought.
Yes.
Like when I say this, she's gonna think this. You know?
And a key aspect to empathy, like I said, is putting yourself in the other person's shoes. It's not always I'm right and my perspective is the only perspective that exists. No. In fact, because we are two separate individuals, there's a prism in which we see life through, and it's different. You know what I mean? So the same way that I could look at something, the very same flower, I could see the flower in a different way, same as Phindz. And I need to take myself into her world to be able to have empathy for her. We'll give an example. So Phindz and I, one of the things that we used to fight about was that when we would talk, we'd be both excitedly talking about something and suddenly her social battery would go out and she'd be like, I'm done.
I'd be like, I'm out.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's all I could take for today.
Like,
you know. Because this has been talking for like 30 minutes and I'm there expected to listen for another 30 minutes. I'm like,
no, sometimes we were both talking.
We're both talking.
But then you were just like,
I would talk for like 10 minutes.
Yeah, true.
You would continue for another 10 minutes.
That's true.
And then expect another one. And I'm like, whoa.
I'm thinking, what recapping? Okay, this is game day. Okay. I'm gonna tell you about this cute guy, and then Phindz like, okay, we already did 10 minutes. 10 more, I can't do it. But she wouldn't say it in that way.
I would stand up and be like, sing a humble.
But he's like,
Phindz, wow.
What?
wow, I'm still talking. So a lot of hurt feelings would come from that. So that building empathy or having empathy for each other, we sat down and literally said, okay, Phindz.
Yeah.
If we can't talk for 20 minutes, can we talk for 12 minutes?
Yeah. Let's talk for 12 minutes.
Yes.
And if you feel like you're feeling yourself zoning out, rather tell her, hey, bruh, like, I want to continue listening attentively, but I feel like, I feel like I'm not there. So let's pause it here and then we'll continue another time.
100%.
At least putting that out makes it better than just like, peace out.
Peace out. Yes. Just think from the other person's perspective.
Yeah.
Okay, if I'm draining her social battery, let me fix that. I don't want to talk to someone also Nami, I'm draining them. So now I need to go into her world. She comes into mine, and that empathy allowed us to foster this healthy relationship.
And then the third one says accept and compromise, which is embrace differences and be considerate.
Oh, I love this one.
Yeah, like embrace the differences. Understand that Usam is going to be sensitive. So I now need to compromise saying it's ugly and take time to actually think of something that's more constructive for her to understand, you know. Find a compromise of like how we were talking before with the time. You're gonna talk less, and I'm gonna communicate when I want to be out. You know, we're not just gonna do our own things. We're gonna expect the other person to just accept it. No. Accept that Usam is a sensitive person and work with that instead of saying no. You must come to me and be like me. And no. When it's building relationships is not about you.
No.
It's about the other person.
And it's about the relationship. And something I once read, but it was for married couples, but I think it works here because we know we live together, we do so many
We're married.
We're not married.
Boop, bap, boop, bap.
But basically that when you commit to being right, then the marriage fails. But if you commit to what's right and actually understanding each other, then the marriage can do well. So same with relationships. It's not about my perspective is Bible.
Yes.
No. I say my perspective is my perspective, and then tell me yours.
Yes. And
help me understand.
How do we then bring those together?
Yes.
So that we can then both be happy.
Yes.
There's always a compromise. I would say 99.9% there's always a compromise. 100%. There are situations where there are no compromises, and you still need to accept those. Because we're so different, we will never see this the same way.
Exactly.
And
the
you
same
need
way.
to be happy with the fact that she will always think that this is this, and I would think that that is that.
But then you need to say to yourself, then if she thinks like that, is it really detrimental to the relationship or not? If it's not, then keep it at that. Let's say, for example, a certain genre of music. I could say, oh, I love country music. And then country music
is trash.
Sucks.
Not that it is. Not that it is.
That was too fast. That was too fast.
Listen,
but
I've changed, but
her thinking that is not detrimental to our relationship. It's not.
It's not.
In the scheme of things.
Yeah. And especially us, we're siblings. At some point, we're gonna live apart. We're going to get married to different people, raise different kids, and all those things. So it's like, you don't have to die on a hill of trying to change her mind. No.
Accept the person. And in your acceptance, you start to also celebrate your differences. Opindi, she's been a key player in our family in, saying things as they are. You know what I mean? At home, when they need somebody to go say something to somebody, it's true. And that person needs to straightening out. And that's the beauty of having someone, who is so individual, so strict, so different.
With the Sam, also same thing. Like being somebody who's so in touch with her emotions, so compassionate and caring. Like when we need to extend comfort, think about the other person. She'll be there like, but what about this, guys? And you're like, you know what? That was a good idea. I would have never thought of that. Let's get this for this person. It would be a nice gesture, So these are actually strengths that if we look at them like that, then we'll
become like the Avengers. Okay, we'll take on the world.
We're collecting Infinity Stones.
Literally, we're taking over the world. Okay. Number 4, give it time and space. Trust God's timing and make room for growth.
That's a big one.
That is a huge one. Because now we're talking about time.
Yes.
Because if we're saying 2010 and this is 2025. I can't count, y'all. I cannot count. I'm so sorry. Help me out. She's the mathematician. I'm the writer.
I am not a mathematician.
Of the family.
There's no math in this channel.
Math has been bad.
I want to say stay in school, but we both went to school.
Thank you. We both graduated.
No,
years.
No, but
It's been 15 years. I'm
15
sorry,
years.
But it's
taken that long to get us here.
I won't say it's taken.
No, I mean
what we've been going from strength to strength.
Yes, that's what I mean.
Okay,
that's exactly what I mean.
100%.
That first year didn't look like this.
Yes.
It didn't look like we finish each other's
sentences.
So
I should have said sentences.
Yes, you should have. She should have said sandwiches.
Sandwiches.
Yeah, that's how it is. That's how it is.
Okay.
Just because we had that talk in 2010, it didn't mean the next day I'm like, oh, now I fully understand this.
Yes, I fully understand who paid you. I will never misunderstand her.
I'm gonna say things like this so that she doesn't get hurt.
I will say things like this. I will accept the things she says immediately.
No.
Yeah.
Even when I continue to say certain things that were rude.
Even
when
oh my gosh, I think this part makes me emotional, Ngoba. It took so much trust.
It did.
And we really did commit. We really trusted each other that the other person is really doing their best to accommodate you. And you know, now, and even me and even Phindz, I can say we really put in 100% to making our relationship work. Oh my word, I'm just grateful.
No, that's true. No, the trust was big.
It was.
Because it helped us to learn the power of pausing. Instead of you going to your default reaction, if I say this, then she's automatically she's trying to hurt me. Like, no.
We're not enemies.
Pause. We talked about this. She knows. So the fact that she's doing this, that means it's a mistake.
It is. And then I could be misunderstanding it.
Yes. And then she comes back to me and she's like, Penny, I kind of felt hurt when you said this. And I'm like, you know what? I should have used a better word.
Yes.
And then now you're like, you know, I didn't even have to go and like dwell on like she's trying to hurt. No. We moved on so quickly from all these mistakes that it like our growth was such an exponential.
The trajectory of our the growth and the closeness of our and the harmony of our relationship, it really solidified during the time period we gave each other, because we realized with time you're learning, okay, this person, she's becoming a new person, and Phind's strength started to become something that I was too adopting. I wasn't as sensitive anymore. I literally like cut the crime.
Cut the cameras.
Cut the cameras, we're real.
Stop.
Yes, stop being sensitive, and it helped me in the world. And no Phindz.
Even me.
She became
I
more
was more sensitive. I was more understanding to
more
people.
considerate.
I was like, look at me being a people's person.
And that allowed us to, oh my word, this thing that I thought was causing the friction was actually
what was going to help us become the actual people that we needed to be.
100%. So thank you.
I love you.
Oh my, blah, blah.
But then the last thing that we want to share with you guys is forgive and let go. Release resentment, choose love, and pray for healing. And that's a big one. Letting go. Because as much like those things that we did to each other, they hurt.
They did.
And it would have been so easy for us to stay with them and to just, you know, sit with them and let that be the defining thing between us. But
100%.
deciding to say, this is a fresh start. We can now choose what this can be. And the fact that we chose for it to be this positive thing, this lovely thing, like, it's amazing. And just what's the other thing that it said? It says,
like involve God, like prayer.
Yes.
Yeah, for us, that really took us to the next level, because I remember in 2014, you know, we had been baptized 2 years back, but as our personal relationships with God and Jesus Christ were growing, we started to involve God in our relationship.
Even as siblings.
That really fostered that forgiveness aspect, because, you know, God says, you know, forgive everyone, you know, even if they come at you 70 times 70, no, forgive them their trespasses because I forgive you. You know, how many things do we do to offend God? And he forgives us time and time again. And he says in the scripture, you know, when you come to me in sincerity and I forgive you, I shall remember it no more.
I am living for the Lord. Hallelujah.
So you really have to do that with your sibling. You cannot bring X-Files. When we were 7.5, you took my lollipop and hit me over the head and said, ha!
Let it go. Let it go. Let it not be a reference. Do not hold them to who they were. Now hold them to what they are now, what they're trying to build, and foster that, like accept that and encourage it and show them what's it now you are like this amazing person. Like, do you understand how cool it is?
I appreciate
I said this and then you took the time to be like, communicate with me and tell me that you didn't like it. Like, you didn't just go and like, when are you like this? No, you that's love. That's the definition of love. Understand that you're on a growth process individually and together. So just allow it to drive you.
100%. I'll say the 5.2 not 6. 5.2 is, you know, increase the love and compassion and understanding towards each other and appreciation. You know, do fun things for real. We have so much
foster this new thing. Like, if you were never gonna like invite your sibling to do, I don't know what, maybe go to the movies together, just the two of y'all, now try it and see how it goes. You know, you never know what I think
the best thing we did was that we focused more on the the friendship aspect of the
Yes,
relationship,
yes.
and that naturally led into sisterhood.
Exactly.
So Phindz is my best friend.
Yeah.
You know, she just happens to also be my
Your
sister.
sister. That's what we always say. We fostered the friendship. Just how like you
Yes.
foster your friendships with people in school, people at
Exactly.
work, or wherever
Give
it
it
may
the
be.
same care.
Same thing.
Tender loving care.
Make
TLC.
time.
Okay.
Find things that are common.
Yes.
Chat to one another.
Go out, just the two of you.
Yeah.
And then realize the blessing that, you know, God allowed you guys to be in this family together, and that you are each other's protector.
Yep.
You know, ain't nobody coming for Phindz. Okay?
Mina ke nizomzama. Hey. Now it's old pin is gone.
Hold it back. Oh my word. And with that said, that is everything that we did to be able to foster a healthy relationship and end our sibling rivalry.
But yeah, we hope you guys gained something from
Yes,
it.
we
If
do.
not, then just related to it. If you guys had, I guess, a sibling rivalry in
Yes.
your lives, or just had a fun time listening and
Yeah,
how
it could
other
be
people
even-
have had, you know, different experiences from your
100%.
own. But yeah, thank you for watching.
Thank you so much. We really do hope this helps. It can help in friendships, in any fostering any type of healthy relationship. But most importantly, as siblings and as sisters, because I know we be beefing as sisters.
like,
Put that behind you.
behind
On the
you.
other side
It's
of
time
that
for
rivalry is so much love,
Ooh.
comfort.
Kumnandin.
Kumnandin. Kumnandin.
But yeah, we want your help also.
Yes.
Like to continue with Big Sister Talks, some
Yes.
topics. Head on over to our Instagram. Follow us. We'll be putting up some polls and some forms that you guys
Yes.
can fill in and be like, can you guys talk about this or talk about that?
Let us know what you would like us to cover in the series.
Yeah.
And we'll be as honest as we can, just like how we are here. And we'll definitely include a lot of useful tips
Yes.
that you can practically do and go and try out.
Yeah, we love that.
Yeah.
So don't forget to like, subscribe,
And share. And with that,
we out.
it's Sam Phindz. It's Sam Phindz. We out.